Welcome to Plan B Express, an ecosystem for digital entrepreneurship and blockchain academy. We instruct, we teach, we guide participants to profiting from the global financial market. Our trainees is hand-on and a practical mentorship where people could learn from the scratch without prior knowledge of the financial market. The good news is this: we help people to navigate the system in the stock market, the forex market, the crypto market, the commodity market. And we've been doing this for the past decade and a half. I've put to many people today that have joined these platforms, from where they work, being a student, being a housewife, government workers, contractors, and they've been doing nicely well in this space. For the past 5 years now, the narrative have changed from the aspect of the forex market, how it used to be. It's more decentralized because of the innovations and the introduction of AI system. So we hold people, showing them how to perpetually stay on the peers that deliver to them, both in a swing strategy, both in a scalping strategy, and even a holding portfolio for a longer time. So Plan B Express is an epic platform that has been running and situated in Nigeria, precisely headquartered in Rivers State. Our office is located at number 49 Odaba Road, Chidima Plaza, opposite Limit close to Rumamasi Runabout, Rivers State, Port Harcourt. And people have been coming and regular trainings and meetings we have. It is important for people to know that the financial market is being global, bigger, and expanding beyond what we used to have. I interact with people sometimes. They tell me after the financial market crisis in 2008, we have never entered into the financial market. I ask them, there is no transaction that happened that without the intervention of the financial market, even in the foreign exchange. I put to you today that the forex market alone is recording a turnover of $7.2 trillion in 24 hours. Why? Because of exchange of one currency to. So what we do, simple to put, is to show people how to go into that ocean, catch their own fishes, nourish it again, and expand in the economy. Our goal is 5 years to financial freedom via digital asset accumulation and financial market navigation. We've shown people how to be independently do it by themselves, because we have seen for the past decade now, most platforms on the internet have been usually the Robin Peter to paper. We said, what is the solution? The first solution we got was to educate and enlighten people for the right education. Be educated, learn, and learn, and learn, and we learn at one time. So, but most time the challenge we have is the poverty ravaging Africa, Asia, and the Philippines. Most of those scrupulous elements come much to target the level of literacy of people around those areas. But we have taken the course and take it up to say we must enlighten the public, we must educate the public on how to enjoy this environment. Ladies and gentlemen, a minute with us in Plan B Express will surprise your financial life for better. So Plan B Express, together we rise.
All right, thank you very much, everyone. Come tonight. I'm not going to take so much of our time because we have a lot of things to interact with. And just like if you look at the flyers we've shown to us, we have so many things to do, but I'm not going to go serially the way it is. And so, but I want us to be attentive and to pick what is important as much as possible. And one of the things is this: our goal in Plan B Express is actually to educate people. We want to let people be in charge of their finances. We want people to be involved directly by themselves. We want people to leverage on the artificial intelligence. Now, because the narrative around the space now is so crazy that people have been losing money left and right. But unfortunately, even when you are trying to enlighten them, they seem not to be interested. So, but we wouldn't stop enlightening people and tell them what is expedient. So, ladies and gentlemen, after much interaction, we have a lot of people are going to be talking to us. We have been part of Plan B. You see, we've been doing a whole lot of things, and of course, this is our third week. We started, a community trading, and of course, it has been marvelous, and a lot of people have been getting different experience and understanding. Okay, so what we do and what we want people to learn, of course, you see the flyer that was sent, we talked about the crypto market cycle and bull run, and we talked about the future trading made easy, and we talked about currency market dynamics and the stock market cruise, and then currency markets expert advisors program, and then we'll talk about funded trade assets. So we're going to be giving to you those by those, a little by little, 5-10 minute, interactions about each of them. And so be attentive. Like I said earlier, knowledge is changing every less than 24 hours. So what you knew 24 hours ago, it may not be relevant to the current issues. And I told you, go to iOS and ask, why are they always updating their softwares on a regular basis? So ladies and gentlemen, of course, we have a load of activities pile up in Plan B. Now, 1 week intensive training we had, courtesy of Admirals, was marvelously, amazing for participants. We have testimonies of people, maybe time permit us after we finish this interaction, we're going to be seeing or watch some testimonials of people, who are giving a lot of they have met a lot of changes in their life and the understanding or perspective about the financial market. And of course, we now start the free community trading, provided conditions that are just literally conditions to be met. We're not taking any money from anyone to be part of it. And of course, it has been amazing. And that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, in that order. So which 8 at 9 a.m. the morning and all of that. Now, so we have that going on already. So if you're part of the community, get set. And then if you're not yet part of it, I think it's expedient you wake up as fast as possible. And of course, every Sunday, this. Now, another good thing is that we're starting a hybrid training. So if you want to be part of the training, it's starting on the 21st of August, 2023, and then ending on the 8th of September. This is a physical class. You want to be part of it, you're in Port Harcourt. Ordinarily, it will have cost you $3,800, but it's going for $200. So you want to be part of it, I think it's going to help you if you think it's expedient for you. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be bringing on board this evening a wonderful person. So I may not have time to start giving their profile, but over time, you're part of Plan B, you're going to be knowing more about these people. Listen, I was having a chat with one of our amazing person in this evening, and that came to my mind, and we're talking about gone are the days when people are talking about skill acquisition. And I was telling him, hey, you know what? It is not about skill acquisition, because most of the skill acquisition you get in most of the training you've been attending had been the usual skill acquisition that are more domestic consumptions. So we said, no, what you need is enough skills fit into the global financial market. So if your skill is still ravaging around the aspect of domestic, like how to make liquid soap and all of those things, those are not skill acquisition. Those are what we call domestic skills. So you need enough skills that will make you navigate, and people wouldn't know that you're actually doing anything. And what made it possible today, or this present time, is robotic system. You can't deny the fact that robotic system have opened a lot of things. And also I said, secrets are not secret because they are hidden, it's because they were not revealed. Those things that have been revealed now, they have been existent, just that some few persons have been enjoying it. But now things have been open, but yet a lot of people will still suffer. Guess what? No matter how open things are now, I can write it with you that there are destinies that will still be down from now to the next 10 years, even though we are looking at things are getting more simplified. You agree with me, if you have in the forex market, the crypto market, before now the stock market, things have not been so simplified this way. We have some tools that were not open before, and even when they were open, you cannot afford it. But today, things have actually changed. So ladies and gentlemen, so be patient, be attentive, and then you're going to get value added to your time tonight. I can tell you for free. We don't prank people and we don't hype people. We want people to get important updates and all of that. So tonight I'm going to be starting with, there are 3 in 1 this fellow is going to be doing with us. It's a fantastic fellow, a phenomenal fellow. I so much respected him. I love him so much. And he always tell me he loves me and I have no option than to love him back. So I'm going to be welcoming Mr. Nelson Daramola. Number 1 is going to be telling us a hybrid or an overview in the global capital market, both the local and international. And going to be giving us some update about the expert advisors we are doing. And of course, those of you who have started with us on the RTS, now is going to be giving some light on it. I think the next, you have the floor in the next 10 to 15 minutes to wrap up 3 things, the capital market as a whole, because a lot of you, we've been telling us, though, if you have been in Plan B, and he had, when it came, him, a wonderful man, our country managers of Admirals. And when they came, we've been doing a lot of things around the stock, some people revamping their stock activities. And of course, testimony abound on it too, that people have been getting some stuff. So it's going to be streaming that, the capital markets overview, and then the expert advisors system on the currency market, and at the same time, give us an update on the RTS upcoming. And then after then, we're going to be having a wonderful country manager, Mr. Davis Valola, to give us, the unique aspect and why are we crazy about Admirals Market. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give it up to Mr. Nelson Damola to give us in the next, have the floor for the next 10 to 15 minutes to wrap up with us on what we have just said. So, be attentive and get this rolling. So, Mr. Nelson Damola, you're welcome. Of course, I may not be able to give you a profile, so because of time, but definitely if you are part of us in Plan B, you get to know him more, and then you have known him before, and then we'll be giving. So permit me for that. I'm not robbing you of your profile, and so everyone, I'm not giving you your profile. Please permit me for that. Thank you very much, Mr. Nelson Damola. Are you on now? So you're connected, you're made the co-host. You have the floor to yourself. Mr. Nelson, are you aboard? Okay, thank you. I can see that now. I was connected with CNN Limited, so I can see you now. Let me quickly go there, sir. Where is it? Sorry, just a moment. I think I got him shortly now. Pardon me, please. I connected a different. Okay, thank you very much. All right, Mr. Nelson, you're made a co-host now, so come aboard. Thank you very much. Hello, Mr. Nelson, are you there? Hello, Mr. Nelson. Okay, so if it's not there, I beg your pardon to move straight away to, okay, you're there now, sir. Can you come online? All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir, Mr. Felix.
All right, sir.
Sorry, I think I'm having a little challenge with network here because there is some cloud for heavy rain here. Maybe that is why.
Okay.
But I will take my time as fast as possible for people to really understand what we are discussing here tonight. Once again, I want to appreciate you for this call tonight. And I want to greet everybody. Happy Sunday to you, to everybody in the house. So, okay, let's go to the point. I think maybe I should start with the expert advisor,
okay,
and conclude it in the capital market, the updates there. So I believe that all of us have been hearing about the expert advisor. I think that for past a month ago now, or 2 months ago, and the RTS indicator that is working for every one of us, that we are making money on it. So the expert advisor, I did a short video and sent to the group, or I sent to some group. I also sent it to the CEO of Plan B, I think on Friday or Thursday, like that. So people like the result, but I don't know why we are not looking at that level. The reason why I took my time and energy, everything, is that this expert advisor is meant for the big men in the industry. That the quiet people, you will not know whether they are even trading forex or not. You will not know unless they call your attention to it. They are making a lot of money. It's for banks. It's for the head of industry, the CEO, the manager of the banks, the commissioner, the senator, minister. That is what they are using. And they are making a lot of money. I think that last 4 years ago, I think I was telling Mr. Felix that, come on, this thing is working. How can we allow people to have access to this expert advisor? And I told him that I've been using this thing for more than 7 years then, and this year will become an 8 years of using that expert advisor. And I told him that the good, the bad, the ugly of this expert advisor, I've seen it. The thing is making money. And I'm here using a particular software for good 8 years. And if it is not working, I will have thrown it away, looking for other alternative. And even when people are coming with other software, I told them, come on, see, I have something working and I have a good assurance about that particular software. What am I looking for? I just need to sit down. The same money you are calling me for to come and make is the same money this thing is making for me, the same dollar. So that is why I have to communicate with the programmer that, come on, this thing must be made available to ordinary common people in the street. So let's the young people in the industry also, let them have access to this thing. It is not a day job. This story I'm telling you, cannot share it all here. It's a journey of about 2.5 years before I can get the attention that, come on, break this thing down, let people have access to it one and for us, and let them make money. And when they make money, they are all happy. Everybody is liberated from the yoke of poverty, and everybody go ahead. So that is why. And when this thing happens, we are looking for a broker that can accept it from me. So after testing all brokers, I discovered that none of them is ready to accept my offer. And even there is a broker that was trying to accept the offer. After testing it on his own broker for like a month or 2 months, he was making crazy profit. You know what they told me? Said, guys, I don't want this thing to kill our platform. So that they cannot accept that kind of expert advisor to work on their platform. You know, a lot of broker are labeled broker. They are not a real broker. They are not an STP broker. I'm just telling you. So now, after running through a lot of brokers, and when I got to the last broker, which is ADMIRAL, they tested it for more than even 2 months too, and they observed that, okay, it can work with their platform. There is no need of saying, okay, they will not use it, whether they use it or not. And I believe in them, and they accepted the expert advisor to work on the method that want it to be used for ordinary common people in the community, and they accepted it. So the question I throw to them is that, come on, you know that this thing is making money, is trading perfectly. And if the trader are not greedy, they set a very good setting on that this is the expert advisor. You know they will not make loss, they will make money. Are you sure that their money profit will be paid to them? And the reply I got is that if they make 1 billion, ADMIRAL will pay. They are not ordinary broker, they are not a label broker, they are not this, and this. So that is why I settled with them, both the expert advisor and the RTS. I tested it very well before I had to come out openly to start telling people. That is why I got to come across the director of ADMIRAL. We start working that, okay, let this thing work here, and to make sure that the people have it. So that one will drive people to your broker side, and my own aim will be achieved. So expert advisor, let me tell you tonight, is not anybody idea or this and this. It's not a Nigeria things. It's kind of a foreign US base. So it's working perfectly in the end of people that are using it. What are the people? Their banks is using it. The head of industry, they are using it. The senator, CEO, they are all using it. And if this is not working in their hand, man, they will have thrown it away. And even me, if it's not working in my hand, will have thrown it away. I've been telling Mr. Felix that this thing is working. Can you see it's working? It's working. Even when Mr. Reke also asked me about this, I think that 1 year ago or 2 years ago now, I said, I have something working. And the only issue there is because of the money. The money to subscribe for it, to get the lancet to that thing, is extremely cost. Not ordinary person that can achieve it and just buy it and go. So that is why I had to talk to the programmer that let's break this thing down for ordinary common people to have access to it and they enjoy their life. I think that from that area, I've done a great job. because I want my community to have it. That is the job that I have. So any other thing apart from there you want to buy, you send your mail to them, they program it for you, they connect you on how this thing will be working. Me, I don't know anything about it because I'm not a programmer. I am an authorized dealer of Nigerian Stock Exchange. I'm not a programmer. I don't know anything about programmer. But using that software for more than 8 years now, perfectly working in my hand, I have to make it available for my community to use. That is the expert advisor. For the RTS is kind of the indicator. I believe a lot of us that have access to RTF is working. So I don't need to talk much about it. Only a fool doubt proof. So it's working perfectly. And also RTS also cannot work with all the broker. The programmer has to find a broker that they can attach it to work. All their setting is on Admiral Market. All their setting is being on Admiral Market. So after they brought this thing, I got to know it, and I quickly called it that I also like to participate in this. And you can see the RTS now, real-time signal. You can see it can never paint. The meaning of that, if you appear buy, it will stand there. If you appear sell, it will appear there. So it will not just tell you buy or sell. You can look at this region, now, no one come out. If it is other indicator, after this one has bought, it will quickly come out and say buy. Look at this level. If it's ordinary indicator, here, you can see a massive so here. It will quickly out, say buy. See, out here, it says sell. And when the market was even buying again, it remained there. It didn't change anything. So you can see very clear, you can see it. So it's working perfectly. It is thing that you can have access to. But when we came to Port Harcourt, we advised a lot of people to buy it because I was telling Mr. Felly that this thing will change you, because the way I'm seeing the response of the programmer, I know that they will change the game of this thing. And now I can tell you the game has changed. Congratulations for every one of us that have access to the lifetime of this thing. Now, the lifetime of this thing is not more available. The physical one that you can have access to install your Admiral MT4 is not more available. So they are system 24/7 and can be making use of it on the go. So they observe that. And the signal that is showing on your channel here, that you are seeing here, showing on your channel, they make it available on your MT4 and your MT5. So rather for you to come here and see sell, this will send a signal to you directly to your phone. It's your own to now pick that signal and sell or buy, whatever that the signal is telling you to do. Sorry. So whatever that the signal is telling you to do, you follow it and you enjoy life with it. Easy, make money on the go, just like MTN. Say everywhere we go. Now we are having something now that can give us money anywhere we go. Just be online and get access to your money on a daily basis. I believe a lot of people that have access to this real-time signal for a few period of
I think we have issues with, he said he has network issues before now. And of course, Mr. Nelson will be connecting back. And so let's just give just a few seconds for him to reconnect back, and so that we'll get ready for the next. So you have any questions, just table them so that we make sure we wrap up everything before we'll be attending to our questions. On the chat box, I could see somebody is already asking a question. And so we can take note of those questions on the ground. Maybe after the whole interaction, we can go ahead to attend to them one after the other. Okay, Mr. Nelson, can we have you back? Okay, you're back right now? Yeah, okay. So, Mr. Nelson, you back? Yeah, Mr. Nelson? But I'm sure he has done some wonderful justice to main points for us. And of course, it just for him to give us the icing. He needs to give us the icing on the capital market, which he has not done. But if the network is still giving issue, we are flexible and dynamic human being. And so we may have to, at this point in time, not to, okay, yeah, Mr. Nelson, so can you conclude?
Okay, sorry.
All right.
I told you the network here, there is an heavy rain here.
Yeah.
Sorry for the network interruption. Yeah. So I was just saying about the RTS, what is actually given to the community. There are people that have that RTS before now. So they've tested and it is working. And I know how much I'm making with it too, I'm personally. So it's working perfectly. So making it available for the community, it is not things that you can just get in the street of Lagos or in the street of Nigeria. If not because of a good relationship with Mr. Feli, that the Plan B Xpress CEO, if not because of that, nobody will have heard this thing from my mouth because I've been using it and I didn't share with anybody. It's only people in our campus that I share with. So now that it's available now, you can as well subscribe to it and make use of it. And it is not in any way putting a kind of responsibility on you to buy it by force, by fire. No. So if you like it, subscribe. If you don't like it, you can stay aside. It is not in any way a financial advice for you, but wisdom demands every decision that someone is taking in life. So for the stock market, we have a lot of updates on stock market that I don't know if people are not buying share at this point of the time that we are missing a lot and a lot. So we need to join the stock market that 10 years ago, because a lot of people will be saying that men down. That has happened 10 years ago. Many people have been acquiring the unit of share of each company. And you are still saying there, it's not working. Last Friday trading, $10 acquire 3 billion units of First Bank share, making it the top person on the top of the hierarchy of the First Bank now. And you are saying it's not working, it's working. So and now the Fidelity Bank is coming out. We want to increase their share from 7 billion to 12 billion. Now they are taking more additional 6.5 billion unit of share. So they'll be coming out maybe by ending of this month. If you have money, why not? You can subscribe to the kind of share and also hold it for a future and be collecting your dividend. Also collect your price appreciation, your bonuses as time goes on. So MTN is doing well. My mentor, even we have a meeting with my mentor, that is Bismarck. So I have a meeting with him that was last 2 weeks ago. He purposely advised all the authorized dealer that, come on, MTN share is still very good buying now that everybody to subscribe for it. Because the level of the technology in Nigeria have not reached anywhere. And now the new administration want to pump a lot of energy in the telecommunication. And if they do that, they will need a lot of data, they need a lot of telecommunication to support them. And how many telecommunications do we have in Nigeria? Which one is strong pass, which is MTN? And Glo has not come to market. Airtel is there, but MTN is still the leading the mobile telecommunication industry that we have now. So he purposely advised that everybody should go and buy MTN share, projecting that there is no way MTN share in the next 2 or 3 years to come, you'll be seeing MTN share from 5,000 naira per one. So if you are not getting the MTN share, I think that you are still missing a lot of things. So a lot of companies have declared dividends so far, and they are posting their dividend. Like MTN have declared their their interim dividend now, which is 5.6 dividend. Nigeria Stock Exchange stock also declared 25 kobo, and the First Bank declared 0.5 kobo, which it will be paying people now on Tuesday. The payment day is on Tuesday, August 15. And the Nigeria Flour Mills also declared 35 kobo, be paid by September. And Land Africa PLC we pay on 26th of September. 2. So Corn Oil also did the same thing, 2.5. So these are the companies that you are seeing on daily basis that you don't know they are doing well in the capital market. And the Airtel declared $3.27. That is Airtel. So, you know, they are doing well on the capital market, and you see the way they are doing. So NNPC is planning also to come to the market. I've advised my own community to be saving money for that, because the time to come out, you may not know. So prepare your money down, and if they are coming out, ordinary common people in the street may not have access to it fully. So all these, the giant in the industry, we subscribe for the whole thing. And only NNPC share that you can have access to eat from the national cake. You have been hearing national cake, but you don't have access to it. You have not tested one in your life. So it's only the MTN they will be distributing allocation of wealth for the people that have any share in that NNPC. So endeavor to have little of it and be happy to yourself. Build your wealth. Wealth is not built in a day. It is not the wealth you are saying that I'm a millionaire today. Tomorrow you are not a millionaire again. So that I used to tell my people that, see, it is very important for you to be poor for life and not to be rich, than to be rich today and poor tomorrow. So if you want kind of a wealth, sharp now, I will not advise you to be rich. I won't advise you to be rich, because you will die quickly. But if you have a mentality that you are building your wealth over time, you are a millionaire today, you sustain that millionaire level for a long period of time. Not that you are a millionaire today, tomorrow you are a 5,000 category. Next upper year, 200. Upper year, 100. To the time that you don't have anything again. So please, let's build a very strong structure on how to sustain our level of financial prosperity. Building it gradually, not all these policies that you put $5,000, you lose it. You put another $10,000, you lose it. It's a kind of painful, kind of heartbreaking today. When I call somebody that bought a streak, I told him that said streak, he said that I have access to the CEO. CEO was holding meeting with them, and the streak is going to $5,000, $10,000. I said, we told you, guy, the one you have access to, you bought at 40, 39. It got to $500, 490, 480. Why can't you sell it? Take your USDT, keep it in your account. Even though if you now go up, remain just small there. If anything happens, you say, okay, thank you, Jesus, if I shift my aim here. Now, the account of streak that was reading $98,000. As of today that I'm telling you, is reading just ordinary $3,600 because of not listening to people and not follow the just little instruction. So it's kind of a breaking out today. I was so disappointed on that person. So it's not asking me now that which one again. What can we do again? I said, subscribe to Expert Advisor and we'll make a move. That is the only way for now. So my boss, thank you very much. I'll be making other information which I cannot share.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
of course,
because of the network. I will just attach it, send to the group. Everybody can have access to it on the Nigeria Stock Exchange. There is a bond that is going on also. I will post it on the group. Federal government is selling bond, DMO. I will also post it on the group as lower as 1,000 naira. You can buy. Yes, you can buy. So I will post it on the group. Everybody can have access to it. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you
and
very much.
I greet everybody in the house. See you on top.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much because of the, I've told you just pick out your question down because of, I wanted to do very fast. And I think the next speaker is just going to give us you heard when Mr. Nelson was talking about the expert advisors, and you can see now, I think part of the preference is now like, why do we actually get crazy about admirals, you know, as a broker, and a whole lot of things. And then he mentioned one thing, I've tried the expert advisors, most of them. There are things we'll not be able to tell you here, because if I tell you certain things that you may not understand, but I think maybe Mr. Davis, the country manager of Admirals, may say one or two things that will surprise you. But if you look at it, one of the things, expert advisor was looking, yes, he had been telling me about this, not this year, not 3 years, not 2 years, no, about 3 years ago, and then said, I'm about 6-7 years on this thing. It's working, but it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, stuff like that. And for Admirals to be able to accept all of that, and then some brokers, good, I don't need to mention names, have said, oh, no. It's helping people to make too much money. So for me, it's not going to work for us and all of that. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to too stretch about it. I want to bring on board Mr. Davis Nopalola. That's the country manager for Admirals. Is going to be talking to us about Admirals. And of course, we've been seeing on our forum, Admiral. What's so crazy about this Admirals and all that? I'm sure he's going to be having the next 5 to 10 minutes to interact with us. Thank you very much, Mr. Davis.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Mr. Felix. Thank you, everyone, and good day. Can everybody hear me perfectly?
You're hearing him perfectly. Please type 111 on the chat box very fast. You can hear
so
Mr. Davis, type 111 on the chat box. Okay, good, fine. We're good to go.
All right, great. Can everybody see my screen as well?
Lovely. Very fantastic. Type 222 if you have seen the screen.
Thank you very much.
Type 222 if you have seen the screen. Type 222 if you have seen the screen. Lovely. Thank you, sir. We can see.
Okay, thank you very much for having me, and happy Sunday. It's the beginning of a new week, and we're all excited. Thank you for what you're doing, Plan B. Let me say this, that the entire management of Admiral is aware of you and what you guys are doing in your community. We're seeing all the updates, because I do reports. I do partner reports on every month, okay? So there's a lot of discussion going on around you and your city, and we're very proud of what you're doing. You're part of the vision that Admiral have, which is to actually bridge the knowledge in the ignorance gap in the industry, which we're working on. And there's a new product that we just launched. Okay, it's an initiative, we call it ESG Initiative for Africa. So we are looking for certain communities where Admirals can impact. We just did one in Kenya, where we donated a very full-fitted pipe-borne water to that community called Silver Admirals. So we are looking to do this across different cities as well. It may not even be pipe-borne water, maybe something that the community needs. It's not just enough that you're making money from a particular market and you're not giving back to that market. Okay, so Admiral is really, really strong. We have so much belief in Africa, and it's part of the thing that I'm pushing across to say, if Africa is supporting this brand, we should give back to the community as well. And of course, we'll be looking to have intensive meeting with some of the partners on what we can do to benefit people of that community. So Admiral is here to stay, and we're really ready to support you. Once again, well done, sir. Well done for what you're doing. We're so proud of you. And very soon, we definitely do a lot more together. CNN, that was a very impactful session. Thank you so much. Your experience cut across many areas. I've not seen a stockbroker that is so vast and dynamic with current market trends like you. A lot of stockbrokers that I know are old people. They just don't want to do any other thing aside just sitting in the exchange and selling stocks. There are very few person that I've met who is so, in consonance with the changing trend in the market. And I wish you more long life and success.
Amen.
Thank you. So Admirals, it's a revolutionary brokerage firm. My name is Davis Babalola, as many are aware. I call myself the senior employee because I don't let the title get in, right? I'm just a senior employee anyways. But I'm saddled with the responsibility of building the African markets and building Admirals across Africa. Before the end of the year, we're planning to launch Ghana, and there are a lot of other regions that are in the pipeline. So we just want to bridge this across. And of course, there's no way I can do this alone by myself. And we definitely need people like you, partners like you with integrity, partners like you with names that have stood the test of time, because we're very careful about relationships that we partner about. So who is Admiral? Ideally, we're a one-word broker. We call ourselves, we said we're a global broker. Okay, we're global and we're local. All right. So that way we can still relate with you, even though we're big, we can still relate with you in your space. So that's why whenever we go to different cities, we create a local support system. We employ people of the land. We get people who speak different languages. Admiral is not an English company where all you need to speak is grammar. For example, when we had our event in Kano, we launched in Kano, we had account managers who speak Hausa. And we find out that the group who completely, all they speak there is Hausa. And people are comfortable with that. We have Islamic account that they can run with. So when we go to different places, we do that. We have the same structure in South Africa, the same structure in Seychelles, same structure in Georgia. And across 16 countries, we have the same model that is available. Let me talk a little bit about who we are, which already have an idea about. We are a CFD broker. We have over 8,000 plus financial instruments. This data is actually old now. Our instrument now is about 15,000 with some of the new products we launched, which is about real stocks, international stock that people can buy. Okay, I'm still going to get into that very shortly. We have global presence in about 16 countries and we support local languages. We have licensed by many regulations, one of the strongest, ISEC, FCA, EFSA, and ASIC in Australia. We have competitive spread that is typically about 0.8 pips. However, our current spread now, there's something we just launched that we call melting spreads. So we have two types of accounts. We have trade accounts and we have zero account. Trade account is what people call the beginner's account. Our typical spread on trade account on Euro USD is now 0.6 pips. It's not even 0.8 pips on this sheet, 0.6 pips. Average Euro USD spread in the industry with other brokers or white label brokers or other brokers that we support, that will give liquidity and technology to, they offer average of 1 to 1.2 pips on Euro USD. You can check them out. The best you will get probably be 0.9, okay? But on our own trade account is 0.6. Now we have melting spread on zero account. Spread on zero account for Euro USD, for example, is 0.1. Sometimes it can even be flat, okay? But there's commission, okay, on every trade that is open. So that particular account is good for scalpers, HFT traders, people who do high frequency trading, who don't stay too long in the market. They just want to come in quickly and out. So that's for them. On the trade account, there's no commission, but the spread is about 0.6 pips, which is actually a very good one. We support all different platforms, MT4 and MT5. And let me let you know, hopefully by the end of this year, MetaQuote is probably going to stop supporting MT4. Okay, all applications will be moving to MT5. However, they're still going to be working, but most brokers will be supporting more of MT5. Okay, so a lot of program developers now are working on new technologies that can support both MT4 and MT5, because that's where the future is going eventually. Okay, let me talk about regulators. There are a lot of brokers, okay? We have been around for 22 years and we offer white label services, okay? White label service situation whereby we partner with some brokers and brokers approach us and say, we don't have the money to go get all this license and everything, but we have our market. Can we partner together? Can we use your licenses and everything? Okay, you cover us, provide us the technology, provide us liquidity, but we will bear our own name. So we do a white label agreement, they name themselves, okay, whatever name they want, and they start pushing their business. For confidentiality, I can't mention their name, but a couple of brokers, even that you know in this Nigerian market, are white label to admirals. Okay, it's not a bad thing, it's a business model. Okay, but one thing that is particular when you're choosing broker is regulation. Who is regulating these brokers? Where are they from? Okay, when other things are happening in that region, who can you call? Who can call them to order? Who can question them? Who can query them? Every information I'm giving you about admirals, you can Google them all up. They're all available in the open space. We're known as Admiral Markets before now. Okay, I don't know probably if there are other brokers in this call. Okay, but all of them will actually attest to the fact that Admiral Market has been around for a long time. So we have Admiral Markets, yes, in Estonia. We have Admiral Markets in the United Kingdom. We're licensed to operate in Australia as Admiral Market Pty Limited. Licensed to operate in Cyprus, Admiral Market Cyprus. Okay, in Jordan, in South Africa. We operate in Seychelles as Aglobe Investment Limited, which is now part of the Admirals Group. All right. And then also we have a license to operate in Kenya. We have our latest addition now, which is our license in Canada. Not many brokers have the license to operate in Canada. All right. And currently we're recruiting in Canada. So if you know anyone in Canada who is looking for a good job in the finance sector, please do reach out to me and I'll be able to point them in the right direction. So let's move on very quickly. A few more slides, then I'll be out of your presence. Two things I want to talk about that is very unique about Admiral is security and negative balance protection. So let me talk about security. All clients' funds are kept in a separate or segregated account, different from our own assets. Okay, all right, so let me stress this. By regulation, Admiral is mandated or forced, okay, to maintain different accounts separate from client accounts. That means all funds or all money the client deposited into Admiral is seated in a different account from the company's profits or from the assets or funds of the leaders or owners of Admirals. So should in case tomorrow anything happen, maybe one of the owners misbehave, or there's a legal case among any of them, or there's a big issue around the company, or company declare insolvency or whatever it is, okay, that will not affect clients who have money on this account, on the broker. So they will be able to get their money back. There are insurance policies that protects that as well. Okay, but for brokers who don't run segregated account system, it's very difficult. So when there's an issue like that and they lock it up as well, okay, it's going to actually block a lot of clients. You see a situation whereby they say broker have issues, clients can't take their money out. It happens. It's because some of them do have segregated accounts. Okay, but for Admiral, it's a different ballgame entirely. And let me quickly add this also that we're in the process, we're working already in getting our CMO license, Capital Market Operator license, which means we'll be the first broker to offer local stocks on the CFD platform. It's something that is unique, all right? We are a thought-provoking brokerage firm. We love to just challenge the status quo. We don't want to do things the same way. And that's why we've launched one of the new products in town now, which I'm going to talk about very briefly, okay? And then negative balance protection, I won't waste your time much on that. When there are circumstances in the market that can lead to extreme volatility in the market, we're sure that people don't lose more than what they have put on our platform. By regulation, this is very, very important for us. So let me talk on this last one, and I'll be out of your presence, okay? So we have what we call global stocks markets, and we offer a commission-free. So let me stress this. Other brokers also offer stocks, okay? You can trade stocks on their platform, but CFD products, okay? You have to still follow the fluctuation. You buy, you sell, you monitor, but you're not buying to hold. We are the first broker to offer real stocks, whereby you can buy and hold international stocks and hold it like the same way you buy your local shares and hold it for long or forever. So this product appeals to a lot of people who are risk averse. Some don't like the volatility in FX. It's too risky. It's too this, it's too that. It's okay, no problem. We give you real stocks. This is not service of real stocks. And the most unique about these real stocks is the fractional shares. So what we created is you can actually buy a fraction of one of the leading stocks. So what has been available for the big boys now is now available to the common man on the streets. A student can build his fortune with Admirals for the next 5-10 years. All right. Let's say an artisan, okay, can build a fortune. A parent can decide to begin to buy stocks for their kids for the next 10-20 years. And you don't need to even have much. For example, if Amazon is $128, for example, you don't need to have $128 to buy a share of that with Admirals. You can buy one unit of that Amazon stock with just $1.28. So every time we're changing the narrative, the question will be that, so if I give you, a campaign is going to be coming out very shortly. And we call it, what will you do with $1, for example? So if I give you $1 and I say, what can you do with $1? $1 probably is like 800 naira now, right? You buy you a bottle of Goldenberg, right? Or Smirnoff Ice, or I'm sure I can't buy you a decent meal anyways, okay? Or you buy you 2 bottles of Coca-Cola. So every time you want to drink that, you know that same $1 can buy you shares on Amazon with Admirals, can buy you Google shares, can buy you Apple shares, can buy you shares of different stocks. There are stocks that are as low as 17 cents now. I think Plan B Express would mention, I think it's a particular stocks, new or something like that people got in when it was around $7 or $8 thereabouts. I think it's currently running around $14.
Yeah.
So we give you over 5,000 stocks. You can go in there and do research according to your plan. I can be a student in school for the next 4 years before I graduate. And I said, from all of my pocket money, instead of spending one bottle of Coke every day, I will use $1 alone and buy a unit of Amazon on Admirals. And we keep doing this. This has been creating a lot of waves. A lot of big campaigns coming in. People are just, they love the idea that, okay, so there's no more excuses. What the big boys are having, I can have access to it. Okay, and with the new update we're coming, it's going to be all encompassing. Everything you want is definitely going to be on Admirals. And then our everything is there in terms of what we offer our people. Okay, partnership agreements, we all have everything in place. Because of our time, I won't bore you too much. I think my time is up. All right, that's that about Admirals. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot us. Okay, we're not going to die, and we're going to respond to you. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for that. And so I will have said we're taking questions immediately after the whole thing, but please, everyone, take down your questions irrespective of the area you want to ask the question so that we can wrap up and then switch into the question time. So thank you very much. And I know for me, when I got to know about Admirals, one of the first things that just took me PM was this fractional shares. And of course, before we now think of other things and all of that, have been so amazing. I'm not going to say so much apart from what the manager himself representing Africa, Admiral Africas, had given to us. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you're trying to digest what we have gotten, and you know, wow, this type of thing is happening. Yeah, it's happening, and it's lovely. So, I'm going to be inviting another wonderful person. So we're looking at the crypto futures. You know, in Plan B, sometimes it's like a prophecy. Many years back, when I told them that you have to trade Forex now, but when the time comes, you will trade. Like the same thing on future. I think I'll quickly say this. I've seen a lot of people where they come into the market, what they give to them is that, oh, one straight jacket way of doing things. And I want to say this. There was an argument going on Admiral's platform, and I will please, maybe some of us may fall victim of this thing I want to say. The fellow came on board and said, oh, please, I needed a top up, somebody to help me to bring up something and all of that. And I asked him about 4 or 5 questions. He failed all of them. The first question, were you in our platform? Okay, thank you very much for that job you're already doing. I think Mr. Nelson too can be doing that. And then other persons are like, Mr. Davis, thank you very much for that question. You just responded to on chat. Those of you who have asked questions on chat, I think there can be prompt response to it on the chat. I think it makes a lot of sense. That's part of the thing, say thinking out of the box. And thank you very much for that. And so this fellow, were you there in our program? You know, we did Admirals in Swiss Spirit Hotel in Port Harcourt. He said, no. Were you there in our 1-week intensive free training powered by Admirals in Plan B Express office? He said, no. And about 4 or 5 questions, he failed all of them. Then they said, I will come to see you in your office because my problem is not the skill set, it's the money. But I want to put him to something that what he's actually looking for in Sokoto is inside his Sokoto. But he's still crying that there's no money, but there was money around him, but he was not going to listen. So if you are part of those people who reject what you know nothing about from afar, you may fall victim for a longer period. So please, enough is enough for terrible ignorance you impose on yourself. So please, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be inviting somebody wonderful. It's going to be showing us about, dynamics of the future trading in crypto, and why do we choose to be doing trading future on COINW, the uniqueness, just like the way we have preference for Admirals. So why do we have different exchange platform here? Fine, we have BINANCE, we have different exchange, we're using it and all of that. But why are we so particular about COINW on the future trading? So I'm going to be inviting Mr. Michael, a very wonderful, amazing man, sweet man, and going to be telling us about it. So Mr. Mike is open to you. He's the he's the CEO and the team lead of Africom. That's a community with a passion. You may ask, why do we get aligned? When I get quickly aligned with people who are ready to give themselves selfless service, that is, want to help humanity. And that's one of the lovely things. So thank you very much. You have the floor to yourself.
All right, sir. My boss, I greet you, sir, and I greet everybody in the house. In fact, I'm so blessed to have you. Like I said, when I met you, sir, that's in this industry, you need to have someone that's senior you spiritually and the faith, and even in the area of your faith, and make the person a role model and a mentor. And I said that day, I said, you're my role model because you are a very good, someone must always learn from. And I'm so glad to be one of your spiritual sons and industry and this Forex and crypto industry. So thank you, sir, for this opportunity. I'm so much grateful, sir. All right. And the first speaker spoke a lot, which was very, 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 very interesting. And I so much love it. And Admiral also did wonderfully well to the broker. Well, I'm an HFX trader and also a futures trader. So when you mentioned HFX, I thought I was on a Telegram. I wanted to say, hey, I want to talk about, but it was very, very late. All right, cool. So now let's go straight to the business. I'm a practical person. I don't really like using PowerPoint. In case you've met me before, this is me. Okay, I'm a certified technical and fundamental analyst. So majorly is to train people on how to trade futures, crypto, forex, and HFX, majorly analyzing it. If you've been with Plan B, you should know that Plan B is about education, and that's the reason why myself and my boss were really aligned together. So what we do is education. So first and foremost is that if you cease to learn, that means that you are dead. Let me use that word. If you say that you don't want to learn, you just want to make money, let me tell you the truth is that you're dead. There's a two different things between a trader and a gambler. A trader is a person that can trade and also analyze the market in a very simple way, even if you don't want to analyze it as a guru. But a gambler is someone that just want to take trades without checking it. So in these same trades, we have gamblers and we have traders. So now you need to know where you belong. Am I a trader or am I a gambler? Now I'm going to quickly show you some things here about technical analysis, which please you need to please bear with us. We are in I think the first speaker speaking from Lagos, because our network in Lagos, it's raining. My area here maybe is a little bit funny, so it's really affecting my network. So my screen has been going up and down. So please kind of bear with us. All right. So now I'm going to be showing you some things here, which you first of all need to understand about trading. In crypto trading, there's what we call swing traders, and there's what we call scalpers. So you need to know where you belong. Okay, here I'm using over 15 indicators, and my indicators work together, which is what we do in our community. And we train people every day on how you can at least give yourself a very beautiful interpretation. Okay, so now let me first take you to somewhere that I think you all need to understand. There is what we call the fundamental part of it, which we always do every Monday. We check the news as I'm talking to you now. I'm on Forex Factory now. Please, is my screen on Forex Factory?
No,
because the network here.
Your screen is on your screen is on your trading view.
Okay, I think that is. Sorry, it's from here. The issue is from here, not us. So please kind of bear with us. Hold on, let me see what we can do. Okay, let me disconnect my and connect it back. Okay, it's connecting back. So it's somehow raining here, so that's the reason, and so it's affecting our network. So sorry, I stay in Nigeria. All right, cool. I say Nigeria. Yeah. So now the one thing you need to understand as a trader is that if you are in Nigeria, you should know that Nigeria is a dollar country. So if you are any naira, you are any problem. I'm a very straight person. I talk straight. I don't like to hide things. So if you are any in naira, you are any a very big problem. As of today, dollar now is 937 naira. Dollar to naira is 937. So if you are any maybe 100,000 in a month, so what do you want to buy in the market? You understand? So I go to my my COINW wallet anytime after making trades, make money, give myself daily target, and I make cool money and I leave. That's how I trade. But if you want to be a good trader, the first thing is I need to understand the fundamental and the technical part of it. My boss loves to talk about the top part, but me, I really love to talk about this too. Okay, so now let's go to first, and let's give it a refresh. I must also know how to compound. So I'm a practical person. I'm a very practical person. So if you want to go along with me, you must love to be a practical person. So all right, now we are currently in New Zealand session. So what we do here is to get the news, because the news that we need here really matters. So the news is to tell us what the market is saying. So now we don't have any news. We need to wait for the Tokyo session to come on. There's New Zealand news. So there's nothing here I really need now at the moment. So I need to check the strength of the market. So I need to check. USDT is being paired with US dollar. So the strength, what happened to US dollar happened to USDT. So if USDT is strong, then USDT will be strong. So now USD is strong. So as a crypto trader, I need to look at the market. I want to pair with USDT and say if the strength is okay for me to move. So let's go on BTC. Let's go on BTC. So in BTC, so let's see the strength. BTC is also strong. So I need to do my drawings and see what I can do to make sure that the market, I won't be trapped in this market. So now, first thing you need to understand is that the two things determine the strength of every cryptocurrency, which is the oscillators and the moving average line. So now the moving average line is saying buy, which means that Bitcoin is strong, while the oscillator is saying neutral. So now what we're gonna do is that they all together is telling us that Bitcoin is on buy here on somewhere. So we need to see if I need to see if the string have changed trend or not. So let's go and see what's gonna happen. Okay, all right. There's a moving average line not giving Bitcoin to move effectively. I'm seeing the EMA here. Sorry, I'm being a little practical, please.
Go ahead.
All right, so there's another, yeah, cool. So now we can see that these two here from 4 hours, 3 hours, I saw two powerful resistance. So if I'm shorting it from there, that means I'm already making money. So now I'm going to show you what they are currently doing in here, what people are currently doing with this market now, doing with many markets now. Now, if I'm to trade this market now as a scalper, I will be shorting it from here. So I'm going to be shorting it from here with any level which I know I'm good and comfortable with. Let me give it a very good, let me give it a rectangular shape. So trading is easy, but you need to know what you're doing. Don't turn yourself to a gambler. So now 29436 and 29448 looking good for me to scalp on down, but the market is scattered at the moment. How do I know? I'm a technical analyst. So once you have the knowledge, you know the market is currently scattered. So you need the market to settle down. So you know where you want to go. Like 2 hours want to go up. 3 hours is giving me, my RSI is giving me, telling me that it went up, now came down again, looking scattered there, even with the stochastic. That was the one I was saying. The one I was saying that the setting of another short. So the market is scattered. So now you don't know where to go. So people now enter this market. Now imagine Bitcoin started longing from here. Now this is the very simple part of this market. You need to understand what you're here to do. Now Bitcoin started longing from here. I'm speaking from the spike because the wick of every candlestick means a lot. So Bitcoin started longing from 29,315. And you get someone called you and say, hey, Mr. Abode or Mr. Deji or Mr. Eze, Bitcoin is going up, it's bullishing, come. And you just joined in and said, can I buy? I said, everybody is buying, buy. You now bought from the roof and is now shorting. You now start abusing the person. What is this now? You call me that Bitcoin is not long, it's long, now it's not shorting. The truth is that you came in as a gambler, so you are eating the cane of a gambler. So because you need to know if the market was at it, or if the market is scattered, if the market is cool for you to enter. So the problem of some traders is the reason why they run away from futures is that they don't know when to enter the trade. They enter the trade like a gambler. And you need to give yourself a daily target. So you're not giving yourself a daily target is a very big problem. So I'm going to teach you how to give yourself a daily target. To show you how to give yourself a daily target, which you must be very, very careful as a trader. Let me tell you the truth. Crypto is the real world. I love cryptocurrency so much because I'm seeing myself in the next 4 years being sitting next to Elon Musk. I'll tell you the reason, because the knowledge I carry is. So there's some certain capital, if I have it with me, in the next few years, I'll be sitting with Elon Musk. I can't have $2 million with me, and the next 5 years, I want to worth over $1 billion. It's impossible. All right, cool. So now this is the roof here, and the market have already told me, my indicators here told me that the market there's a very crazy resistance here. So which means I'm not even doing a lot of drawing now. So my swing position is telling me that there are a lot of resistance here. So now as a good trader, as a smart trader, I'm going to short it. But if the next candlestick try to break this and come out, the next candlestick come out above 29448, it's going to long. It's simple as mathematics. Okay. All right. So you need to understand the fundamental and technical part of crypto market, forex market, HFX. I'm a crazy HFX trader. I'm going to show you how I trade my HFX, but I'm here for cryptocurrency. So now you need to look at this market. Now this market here People must have made billions within this gap. Yeah. Look at it. But you came in and started longing from 29436. You'll be in loss. And you say, hey, what's happening in cryptocurrency? I don't like this, I don't like that. But reason being that you don't have the knowledge. So this is a skill that nobody can take it away from me forever. I knew how much I spent. It took me 6 months to know all these things, and I was paying $375 every 20 days. And what we are doing now is that God said that we should be training people for free on how to do this thing. So we've done the first batch, we've done the second batch. In fact, the third batch now is what we want to start recruiting people for the third batch. But if you recruit people, is that you must be trading with us on COINW, where we must see that you have a trading history and you are smooth in trading. Because if you're not a trader here, if you're not smooth in trading, it will be difficult for you to come here, because you will just come here and do your money. And we don't train people with demo. I call demo Candy Crush. I'm going to show you that one of our best traders, one of our best technical analysts, which, to the glory of God, I gave birth to. I'm going to show you. She's a Muslim, she's a northerner, she's a mother, she's a nurse, and she's the best scalper I've ever seen. So please, let me first of all show you how to give yourself a daily target. So now you need to go to where combatdailyinterest.com. Now, the compound daily interest is where you can guide yourself. If you're selling pepper, if you're selling water, if you're trading on Admiral, if you're doing anything, you must compound it daily. You must know what you're there to do. Because the problem of many people is that they don't even know what they're doing. If you ask 20 people now and say, what makes you happy? Many people don't know. And the reason is because of the circumstances that we are being surrounded with. So yeah, you don't know where you are, you don't know what is happening to you. I was telling someone, I said, do you think jackpot is a solution? I said, bro, jackpot is a solution. I said, I know many people that have jackpot and they're jackpot, but they're coming back to Nigeria. Why? Because they don't even know what they're going there to do. To the glory of the Lord, in a day I earn over $200 daily with these just beautiful skills that I have. So nothing is stopping you from earning $1,000 daily. I have someone that is earning more than me daily here in the same. You will see them. I will be showing you after how to do this. So the most important thing is that you must be a very good trader. A good trader is a trader that knows at least 20 or 40%, have a 40% knowledge of technical and fundamental. So you must know how to guide your trade. And you must not be greedy. And you must not say you want to be like one person. Please be yourself. Give yourself a strategy. You understand? So strategies matters in every market. So now let's go. Now in the compound daily interest calculator, we can see a net purchase amount. Let us put $100. So because I want to be real with everybody. So I don't want to go up too much. I don't want to go down too much. Okay, let's use $500. I think 500 is okay. Now, you want to give yourself, you want to be making 5% of $500 every day. So you come here and you enter $5, 5%. Now you want to compound your money for 90 days. You come here, length of time in days, 90. So now daily reinvest rates. Now you don't want to withdraw at all, 100%. Include weekends if you wish me. Sorry, please, my network is gonna come back again. Mic check, am I audible, please?
Yeah.
If you're feeling it, please let me see fire, please. Please type fire. I want to see fire emoji. If you're feeling it, please. Fire emojis, please. All right, cool. So what we're doing here now is very simple. Is the initial purchase amount, $500, daily interest rate of 5%, length of times in days, 90 days, daily reinvest 100%. So now let's calculate this now. Come on. You want to see money? You want to see how we make money now? Let me show you how we make money, man. We are crazy money makers. Come on, guys. This is very possible in 90 days. Your $500 can turn to $40,365. We are not money gamblers. I'm going to show you with a very simple logic way. If a greedy person cannot make it, we're not money gamblers, we are not Ponzi scheme traders. No, we're just a daily trader. Now, let me show you the scope. Now, if you look at it now from day one here, you started with $500 and you want to have 5%. So your first day profit should be $25. So now 25 plus 500, making what? $525. So now you need to make the $525, this amount now, you need to make 5% of it the following day. That's day 2. So you make $26.25. $26.25. So now let's add it to 525. Now it gives us what? 551. Now, the most dangerous thing in the area market is that after achieving your daily target, you are not exposing yourself, still exposing yourself to the market. After a daily target, why are you there? Leave. Do you want to give your money back? No. So now the next day you earn $26.25. So you have 551. Oh, beautiful. So the third day, you have to earn what? 25% again. That's $27.56. Then you add it to this, and it gives you what? $578. Until when you get to the final day. The truth is, once the money is not come up for the plenty, it's not easy to say you want to do it all. Because then you will start saying you want to do this, you want to do that. But let me tell you the truth. That's the secret to my success. Because I give myself a daily target. This is it. It's very, very possible. Dangote is using it. There's nobody that is not using this. I can say it anywhere. Because there's no how you become a successful man without doing this compounding. If you're selling pure water, try it. If you sell a biscuit, try it. I'm telling you the truth. All right, before now going to COINW, because I won't be able to show you more of my app directly, but I'll be showing you what we've been able to do so far and what people have done so far today. You can see this is one of our trainings for the newbies now. You can see they are analyzing the market. Can everybody see my screen?
We're seeing your former screen.
Oh, sorry, please, that's network, Jesus. Okay. Okay, what about now?
You're good.
All right, thank you very much, sir. So now you can see what people are doing here. Over 1,433 people are trading, and you can see this is our best analyst. Look at her. Look at her. And she's a product of the same community where we train people for free. We are not collecting a dime. We're not collecting a dime from it. So this is one of the analyses done so far. They make 40%. So many things like that. Well, let's scroll up. Let me show you more things. I'm going to show you now. We have people that have graduated from our technical, which will be taking them to the signal room, where signals are being dropped, where we cook signal. We cook signal together as a community. Okay, we cook. You can see this is work, man. And guess what? We give the signal out for free. I mean, this indicator out for free. Now you can use it on TradingView. We don't collect shishi. Come on, guys. Can't you see? And you can use the signals. You can use these indicators for Forex. You can use it for FX. You can use it for stock market. You know, life is so easy, man. How am I going to say it? My life is so simple, so easy. You can see what is happening here. People are just killing it. Let me see. So today is Sunday, so come on, man. This one make 5% and make $7. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful. Come on. People are making money. 6%, $7. Yeah, beautiful, man. From this signal. So now the truth is, who are the people providing this signal? These are the people that we've traded. They are the same people providing this signal. That's a beautiful thing. So I make 20%. Wow, beautiful. Come on. So life is easy. All you just need to do is just know how to manage the life. Now, going to COINW, which is what we majorly do is, or why we are talking about COINW is because COINW is a platform that is quite manipulation does not really exist. And I'm going to tell you the reason. There was a time someone came to me and said, "Hey, bro, Binance is better than COINW." I said, "Okay, what have you seen so far?" He said, "Hey, this will just give you." I said, "Well, I'm a technical analyst. Forget that. Okay, I'm the front runner of COINW in Nigeria, but I'm going to show you this now." Then I took him. I said, "Come on, I'm going to risk money because of you." I placed it on Binance with $50. I placed a trade on COINW with $50. Within 40 minutes, I intentionally entered the trade without analyzing it. So my trade in Binance got liquidated within 40 minutes. While my trade in COINW was there to the next day, so I was able to control the market out with profit. So what am I trying to say is that I'm not condemning Binance, don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to let you understand that COINW is manipulation free. And also they give a lot of good support, bonuses. So many things you can do on COINW. There are so many means that you can be, they have the affiliate packages. There are so many things that you can do on COINW. I can tell you that. I can guarantee you that. And also, they also give out signals for futures traders. No exchange is doing that. So their signals with our own signals is like, everything is just working together for our good. You understand? So life is easy. So we'll be sending a video on how to use the COINW app to Xpress, so that if you want to be part of this technical and how to learn how to do this trade and you're from plan B, you need to make sure that you join us through the COINW app and you will join the technical. Then we make sure you must trade with us at least minimum of 1 week to see your trading skills. If you're good, trading analysis, to see that you're good in trading. So then after that, then we will now take you to the technical class. But you must have at least minimum of $200 in your futures trading, so that you are using that $200 instead of you paying us like, "Hey, we want to pay you." No, we don't want that money. What do we want? We want you to use that money to train yourself. So you put the money in your account. That's what we do. So you put the money in your account where you use the money to trade, and you know how to control the market. There's not many things you need to learn about. You need to learn how to scalp, you need to learn how to do swing, you need to learn how to this year is called the last average. So these are the things that you need to all learn how to do. So I believe I've been able to communicate to you all in a very simple way, and I've not really spoken much. And if you really enjoy what I've said so far, please let me see fire emojis. Come on. I want to see fire emojis, please. If you know you've enjoyed what I've shown you so far, come on, let me see fire emojis. I love it when I see fire emojis, please. Yeah. Let it bomb. Okay, so that is me. That's what I have for you now. And as long as I'm still joining you guys, I'll be showing you more scope and secrets in trading. There are a lot of secrets. So you need to be updated every day. You must be. The truth is, all is currently happening in Nigeria. So people say, Japan. No, let me tell you the truth. What is happening in Nigeria now is there's crazy knowledge going on in Nigeria. I live in Lagos, I'm in the ocean. So I'm telling you what is happening at the moment. Lagos is breeding powerful traders. I'm telling you the truth. Powerful traders in different industries, stock market, forex, HFS, cryptocurrency, futures. So you need to be fully positioned with very beautiful knowledge. All right, thank you very much, my boss. I so much appreciate this moment. In fact, I'm grateful to yourself. I'm really humbled for everyone listening to me, watching this. God bless you all. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I think it's super amazing. I'm sure anyone who is on call tonight, we know that the time was not a wasted time, to be very candid. Remember what we said, from the beginning, you can now see why the uniqueness of those things we chose in some of those platforms and people work with. One of the fantastic things in Plan B we've always indulged in is that we don't want crappy people around us. That's the truth. And that's most time when we come for event, we go for training, it's not a usual thing. You can imagine like the Admira event we had in Port Harcourt. Funny enough, before Admira event was held in Port Harcourt, there was an event with COINW that we had at the hotel. And one of the things we don't like doing is that when we hold event, this aspect of after you finish event, hey, everybody who want to get started now, we have bring your money. No, knowledge is decentralized. When you really, really, really are doing the right thing, you don't coerce people. You just share the knowledge. And that's what we pray for, what we aim for. At all times, we want to share knowledge to people liberally so they make use of it. Then we grow the community. When community is grown, you grow people, grown a man, you grow a community. And that's one of the fantastic things. Now, thank you very much. Those of you who probably have listened and all of that, you got a lot of things to do. You're not yet on your Admira, I'm sorry. And you're not yet on COINW, I'm sorry. Now look at it. Like the RTS we just announced. If you're in our event at Swiss Spirit Hotel in Port Harcourt, and I did mention to us, I said the RTS normally was supposed to be $5,000, mark my word. And I said, but the price that we're going to be giving is $500. But I will only consider some people and we start giving it out $25. Guess what? Now things change, $50. Then we don't know what may be tomorrow. Don't be surprised. If it's $500 by tomorrow, we'll give you the update. But what will you do? You will bite your finger because you never listen, to what are supposed to do. Let me add to us. There's some person who now call and then even bought the RTS on ground where they have not gotten money. And I remember like COINW, I've sent the link over and over on our forum. Some people will just pass it on. I know one of the lovely things is that people, when they didn't see where they say, I invest $100 and I'm making 1% every day on it. Wow, this investment. I may not mention names, but many of you who are here tonight, you bear me witness from January to now, you know how many Ponzi schemes I've dealt with you. And from one Ponzi scheme to another, to another, to another. That's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last lap tonight is I'm going to be inviting a wonderful, amazing people. Let me tell us, I'm not bragging about it. I don't get connected with fake, funny people. Yeah, I might meet fake, funny people, but we're not going to click. That's the truth. I'm going to be inviting sometime. As somebody was asking on a group that, how do I go about, I need money. And I asked him questions. He filled all of those questions. And I asked him, will you be in our training tonight? He said, actually, he does not have a data. Result and excuse are not friends. Provided you make excuse, you are a millionaire in excuse. If you are making result, you are a millionaire in result. So excuse and result are not friends. Last lap tonight, I'm going to be inviting somebody who's going to be telling us why then do Plan B have to add a particular, funded trading platform for people, and what's the uniqueness? Because I don't like telling people to come and tell me things with stories. I love result. Show us your result. Show us your result. That's one of the biggest things. I'm going to be bringing on a very fantastic, amazing person. I've told you, I meet with funny people, but I don't connect with funny people. I meet you are a funny person. I'm talking about fake people, scammers. Remember I told you, the lies they told you is at the expense of the truth they never let you know. And that's what is making you a perpetual slave. Like in crypto, we have funny scheme in crypto, agree with me. Ponzi scheme are much in crypto. For Forex, of course, it has been. But Ponzi scheme are much in crypto. For instance, say, buy package. By the time you reach, they will be telling you a coin is going to reach $1 million. Why don't I buy the coin by myself? Why buy package? Why buy into an investment ROI MLM system? Every crypto MLM, their Ponzi scheme, I'll tell you to be very frank. I've been there for several years, right? Ponzi MLM, crypto MLM, their Ponzi scheme, all those buy package, this and that, their Ponzi scheme. And at the end of the day, they waste your money. So good and fine. Tonight, I'm going to bring in on somebody fantastic, amazing man, Mr. Jonathan, and then he's going to be telling us about TENTRADE. What's the uniqueness of TENTRADE? Many of you are complaining, bros, I don't have money. I don't have enough money. And then for that, that's why I'm roaming around and all of that. Well, maybe you may want to listen to these two. Why do we take it? And what are we doing with it? Of course, we have strategy. All of these things, we are showing you we have strategy for it. That's why you need to come into plan B, and we'll be putting you through. I've told you if you're in plan B and you say you are broke, then you have problem. 5 years to financial freedom is our target in plan B Express. All right, so Mr. Jonathan, over to you now. Tell us more about funded trade. What is it all about? What is TENTRADE, and what are we doing with it? And what's the uniqueness? How was our safety? Thank you.
Wow. I'm super duper excited tonight. I thank you, sir, Mr. Felice, for the great work you've been doing in the community. In fact, I must be sincere with you. I've always got value for my time. Anytime I attended your Zoom meeting, that's just a fact. I don't miss it any Sunday because of the power pack and some beautiful opportunity that you always present to people. And it is my honor tonight that I'll be doing justice to the TENTRADE and how we can all benefit from it, especially the traders and the newbie. And for the listener out there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from the different parts of the world we are joining this Zoom meeting from. I'm super duper excited to do the justice to what this great brokerage firm has brought to our listing so that we can make use of this. So let me go straight to the presentation because of the time. I will share the screen right away. Okay, please, can you see my screen?
Yep.
All right. Thank you, sir. Yeah, TENTRADE is a brokerage firm, regulated firm. Let me use this new PDF that explains better the program and all what it's all about. It is a funded traders account, and they have two models of the funded traders account. The first one is TENTRADE evaluation and instant evaluation. For the one that is commonly out there, we all know about the one of evaluation, that before a brokerage firm or a prop firm can give you a live account, you need to pass through stages. Some have stage 1, some have stage 2, depending. But the uniqueness of the TENTRADE is they have instant funding, that you can buy a particular package and then you start making money and you can start making withdrawal. Let me go straight to the one of the for the instant funding, then I'll come back to the evaluation. I'll talk briefly on that aspect because the selling point of this funded trader is the instant funding, which I always talk about even in my community or anyone that I meet out there that claim to be a trader. So now the instant funding says skip our evaluation program and get instant access to a real fund. Start trading real money from day one. We compensate you by upgrading your trading capital to the next funding package. Each time you make a 10% profit. This is what the company is saying. They have different packages that ranges from you pay $100. When you pay $100, buy a package of $100. They give you an instant live account of $3,000 US. And you pay $300, they give you $10,000. You pay $900, they give you $30,000. When you pay $2,700, you get $90,000 US trading account. When you pay $5,000, you get $270. And the one on based on request of the $500,000 is when you pay $10,000. But how does it work? Then let me briefly explain the rules and why I also explain the terms and conditions. Number one, the daily drawdown for, okay, let's go to the number one, instant funding, no profit sharing. What do they mean? It says on our instant funding model, you are not under any pressure to hit a target with a time frame. Trade at your pace and withdraw a profit split of any profit you make. This is what they're saying. We have some prop firm out there that tell you that, okay, you purchased a package and you're trading so amount of money. Before you can initiate a withdrawal, you must make either 10% or 10% or 5%. But TENTRADE is telling you that any package you buy, So far that it is an instant funding account. Any profit you make, you are free to withdraw every 30 days. You can see in the table here, you're seeing profit target. No, none. Meaning that if I pay $100 and they give me $3,000, any profit I make, even if it is 1% in a month, then you're free to make with the withdrawal. And if it is 2% you make in a month, which is 30 days, you are free. We have seen different cases of this, of people that does not even do up to 1%, and they still share the profit after the 30 days. I'm going to show you the proof as time goes on. Because I love the practical aspect, so I will be clear and understand what we are saying here. So now, for the second point, it says daily drawdown. They have different packages, like I said. The meaning is the one that you pay $100 to get $30,000, and the daily drawdown is 6%. And what is 6% of $3,000 is 180, meaning that you are given a daily drawdown when you are placing your trade. Your floating losses must not hit 180. You have 180, and while your overall drawdown is 9%, which is 270. The same thing with the account of the 3,000 where you get 10,000. The daily drawdown is 6%, which is $600, and the daily overall drawdown is 8%, which is $800 US. The minimum trading days is 5 days. I'll explain this point under the third point or the fourth point. So now, the mini, you have 9% daily drawdown. Bronze, you have 8%. Silver, you have 7%. Gold, you have 5%. Diamond, you have 5%. Silver, you have 5%. Example, if you have 30,000 mini account, your equity must not go lower than 2,730. Let me just briefly explain something under this at this point, because a lot of people have been asking me, what does the meaning of this drawdown? Let's assume that you buy a $3,000 account and you've grown the equity, the balance to 3,500. In fact, if you like, you can blow the whole $500 profit you make in a day. You still not violated this rule because you have not tampered or touched the 3,000. Immediately you start trading the 3,000 whereby you have not making the profit. That is when you consider this, because let's assume that you blow $250 out of the 3,500. You are still on point. Hope you understand, because I know majority of all will still ask this question. Going for the fourth point, scaling plan. Once you are on your live funded account, we will scale up your trading account to the next account size. On our plan, each time you make 10% profit, maximum you can get scaled up to 500,000. This is the grammar they are saying here. Let's assume that you are trading $10,000 accounts. You know, the company is not giving you target that you must make at least so percent before you can withdraw every 30 days. But the company is telling you now that if you can make a 10%, even under 5 days or 1 week or 2 weeks, you can call for withdrawal. The regular time that you can make withdrawal on your live account is every 30 days. But in a situation whereby you make 10% a profit, you grow your $10,000 account to $11,000 account, you grow your $3,000 account to $3,300 account, then you can call for withdrawal. And if you don't call for withdrawal, maybe you want to move to the next package, the company they can scale you to the next package. What are they saying? The scaling starts from 10,000. You are trading $10,000 account now, and you make 10%, which is 1,000, making 11,000. You can write support that you want your account to be scaled to the account of 3,000. Sorry, to the account of $30,000 account. That's just the simple explanation or the meaning of the scaling. But the scaling starts from 10,000. That is when you pay $300, you get $10,000. So it starts from there. If you pay $100 and you get $3,000 account, then you won't be able to scale. So the choice is yours. But anytime you want to scale, you won't be able to make the withdrawal. I repeat, you have grown your $10,000 to $11,000 and you want to be scaled to the next level. Normally, you're supposed to withdraw. You're supposed to withdraw the $1,000, but because you want to scale, you won't be able to make the withdrawal. Hope we understand that point. Fantastic. Now to the fifth point: trading style flexibility. We do not have consistent rules. You can trade overnight and over the weekend. You can trade in news. You can trade without stop loss. You can trade with EAs. Hedging is not allowed. The company is telling you that you can carry your trade over. We have different patterns of trading. Some traders prefer to swing trade, scalp, and some also on and so forth. But if you are free to carry a trade, maybe you enter a position, maybe in any pair, either Euro, USD, or gold, and maybe the trade does not hit your either stop loss or your take profit, you are free to leave the trade open. There is no, you've not violated the rule, or you're still intact when you do this. And you can trade any news. It's your choice, either to trade non-farm payroll, CPI, FOMC, or any high impact news. The choice is yours. It all depends on your own trading pattern. And you can trade without using stop loss. We have different trading patterns. Some prefer to use martingale, that they keep adding position, in as much as the trade is going against them. But you have to know what you're doing, because this market comes in a different way. So that's why I always advise people to trade with moderate stop loss to avoid crashing of accounts. But if your pattern is not using stop loss, you are welcome, no problem. Now, they said you can trade with EAs. We have some prop firm out there that tell you that don't use EA on our account, on our live account. But TENTRADE allow you to use your EA, any expert advisor or artificial intelligence that you have. Hedging is not allowed. This is what they're saying pertaining to this hedging. Let's say I'm on a position for Euro USD. I'm buying Euro USD. I'm buying Euro USD. You won't be able to sell that particular pair, because once you trigger the position on a buy on a sell of that same currency pair, you won't be able to place the other side. The system will automatically disable. So meaning that there's no way you can violate this rule. Let's assume that you place a buy on Euro USD and you want to try to sell again. The system will not allow you. So there's no way you can violate these hedging rules, which make it easy, because I'm very sure if they've not disable the other button, a lot of us might be tempted to violate it based on your trading strategy. Now to the sixth point, profit split. Profit split is 70-30 on the live funded account, meaning that in any profit you make, they split profit in the ratio of 70 for you that trades the account, the owner of the account, and why the 30% go back to the TENTRADE. I am trading $10,000 account, and I make, let's say I make a $1,000 or $2,000 account. The company will only take $300. Why the $700 will come to my pocket live and direct? Hope it's okay. Hope it's awesome for company to give for you to pay $300 account, and they gave you $10,000 account, because even if you close the account, you still blow part of their money. 8% of $10,000 is $800, but now you pay just $300. If you close the account, the company will be at loss of $500. So if they are sharing the profits with you on the ratio of 70-30, to me, I think it's still okay. Now to the other point of accelerated payout, although I've explained this already, but let me just place some emphasis there again. It says once you are on your live funded account, there's an exciting opportunity to receive immediate compensation. If a trader achieves a 10% increase on their trading at 5 trading days, they will be eligible for an early payout regardless of the monthly time frame. Meaning that if you make the 10% under 1 week, which is 5 days trading, you are free to call for withdrawal. A lot of people have achieved this in the past. But to me, I'm a conservative trader. I tell people that don't rush. You don't need to be in a rush because you want to achieve your 10%. Even if it is 5% that you can do, and you are so much consistent with it. In fact, you're a fantastic trader. So for this point, don't be in a hurry. Don't say because you want to quickly make a withdrawal and you're rushing, you are using a high lot size on it. You don't have to do that. Then I'll tell you a secret, something that you need to watch on when you're trading this prop firm account. At the end of this presentation, the 8th point says, expert advisor and latency arbitrage. Robot and high frequency trading bots are not allowed on our evaluation program. Robots are allowed on our live account, but high frequency trading bots are not allowed on the live account. There are some EAs that the open position under 30 seconds, they close. The set is not allowed because you can even endanger your account if they allows it. It can blow up the account. I've used this kind of bot before. It can make money for you under a minute, and at the same time, it can blow up the account because that EA end up blowing everybody, all of our accounts. So most of these rules are for our own good if we can address and follow it strictly. The 9th point says copy trading is not allowed on our evaluation and live funded accounts. Though this point is not that common because we have some copy trading, some software that you can use to lift trade from one particular broker to another broker. They said is not allowed, but you can use their own that are available on social trading platform. And finally, they have a refer and earn program whereby when you introduce somebody, you get a 10% immediately. Let's assume that I introduce somebody that bought a $300 package. I'll be compensated with $30 because that person refer me and I register the downline use my link to register. So these are the process for us to know. There are some short video that we are available on the platform. If we are interested to know the process of doing things, it's very easy. It's very easy. It's straightforward. Now, briefly back to the evaluation. Though I don't really talk much about this because due to the situation of things out there, we need money. Why will I be wasting my time trading a demo account where I have bills to pay? I'd rather borrow the money or find a way to even buy the smallest package to start trading rather than trading demo account. After I achieve my 10%, then I can now get my live account. I know, to me, I don't think it makes sense anyway. But the unique aspect of this evaluation is before you have 60 days, which is 2 months, to achieve the 10%. But now you have unlimited days. Let's assume that you pay $96. I don't talk about $29. Let's assume that you buy $96 and the company gives you a $10,000 account. You are under obligated to make a 10%. You need to turn this $10,000 to $11,000. Don't forget, it's a demo account. And once you've turned it to $11,000 account, then you can now write support to get a live account. Before, I said you have 2 months, which is 60 days. But now, even if it takes you 4 months or 5 months to achieve this 10%, it's your luck. They are not giving you a target. So that's another thing that they've removed recently. So all the same rule, just like the way I've explained them in the instant funded account, is still applicable. They have the same rule. They have the same rule. Overall drawdown, as it were, in the live account It's the same thing happening here. For the $3,000 account, you have 6% daily drawdown, overall 9%. And also for the 10,000 demo, you have 6% and 8%, on and on like that. There is no difference in between, except from the aspect of the EAs, that they don't allow the EAs on the evaluation accounts. And a lot of people have been partaking and qualified to get a live account. So the choice is yours. If you want to go for the evaluation or for the live account, the choice is yours. But I always advise people to go for the live account. So far, they are not giving you a monthly target. That, man, you need to make a so percentage before you can make. I have a case study of somebody, which I also find to show you, that the person even the person is trading $10,000 account, and in a whole month, the person only make $65 profit on the $10,000, which is not even up to 1%. I think that is 0.65%. Imagine. But the person still share the profit. He writes support, and the broker pays him immediately. The payout has been very, very awesome. These are some of the proof of this thing. Okay, this one is the proof of the evaluation, because if you pass the evaluation and make the 10%, you can see the date. This is August, 11th August, which is this last Friday. You can see people have been partaking, and they are getting their live account. And what about the payout? Those that go for the instant funded account, you see, these are the proof. 11th August. We have a lot of people, and there has not been any issue for these payout. Once you are ready to get your payout, you write them. So far, you've done either 10% or you have been trading the account for 30 days. You can see the payout. You can make a deposit with Naira. You can make a deposit with a crypto of your choice, either USDT or Bitcoin or Litecoin. Just like this is one of my own accounts. I shared my profit last week. You can see I shared my profit last week. Was it not? I think either Tuesday or Wednesday. So the account is back to okay. I'll make another $10 profit on it. So this is it. So this is how we do it. And let me tell you something. There is one sincere truth I need to tell you. For a trader, if you are there, you see, you don't need to rush. You don't need to rush, and don't be greedy. Don't run because Mr. A is doing so percentage. Do things based on your own trading strategy. And the plan B is there for you. This opportunity is open to everybody, because between me and you, you know that trading capital is the main issue that the trader is having. You can't be trading $100 and wants to turn your $100 to 1,000 under a month. It's not possible. It's not possible. So you need a good equity to make a good profit, because the trading capital you're trading will determine the lot size, the appropriate lot size that you use. It's not that you're trading $200 account or $150 account, you're using 0.5. You're using 0.7 lot size. Because if the market goes against you under 5 minutes, then forget the account. But with the funded traders account, you can still choose your moderate loss size and you'll be fine. Trade with stop loss, just like the plan B I've been doing in the community. In fact, Mr. Ferris have been doing, and Mr. Reke Opanibo have been doing fantastic in this regard. If you're trading, you need to be using the stop loss. If you're using the stop loss, there's no way you can eat this daily drawdown, because I met a trader yesterday. The trader was telling me that with this instant funding, he loved the program. It's very, very okay, but he's having issue with the daily drawdown. I said, Mr. Man, what is the issue? That you're trading $30,000 account, and they're telling you your 6% is the daily drawdown, which is 180. If you're using, even if you're using is 0.03, and you maintain your either 25 or 30 pips, are you telling me that you can eat this daily drawdown in a day? It's only those people that keep adding position, placing multiple trade, that will be affected with this. So if you have a good trading pattern, that is how the pro trading are trading. You don't do a do or die affairs on the position, that this position must come back. I must win. No. If you continue doing that, then you will not be profitable. And even if you're trading your own $1,000 of account, you will crash it as time goes on. So now, what are the unique points of this TENTRADE? Number one, you can have a multiple live account. Like me now, I have like 2 different accounts. You can have multiple. You can buy a package of $300 account to get 10,000. I'm still buying $900 account to buy 30,000 and trade them simultaneously. There is no, there's nothing that stops you from doing that. And apart from that, TENTRADE is a brokerage firm. This is not just a prop firm out there that we all know. It's a brokerage, standard brokerage firm. In fact, before they came to Nigeria, we were trading on the platform. They have all normal account, like standard account, ECN account, and other type of accounts. They have it. Pro account as well. Cent account. Their office is at Ikeja, opposite Spa office, opposite Adebola Adegunwa in Okwebi, Allen. They have a physical office here in Lagos. And like I said, no monthly targets. Then their withdrawal is very, very fast for those that have been in the community that have been making withdrawal. Is very, very fast. So I would say that if you are a trader and you are out there, either you are a newbie, you have a good mentor, you are in a good community of Plan B experts, that somebody that can hold your hands, even if you don't know how to make money in the financial market, they are there to do justice. They give signal, they give training. So then what is the issue? You have a broker that can give you a trading capital. You just talk about an indicator as well that can even help you on the on Admiral platform. So let us utilize all this opportunity and stop promoting Ponzi. Stop putting your money on the Ponzi program, because if you continue that, then they might send one to the village. So please, the testimonial speaks for themselves. See how traders like you have been achieving remarkable success with us. Now, join TENTRADE and unlock your potential to make money from the financial markets. So, at this point, I think I've done the justice to the presentation. So, if you have any question at the end of the presentation, then I'll still be here to welcome a question. So, this is where I'll be stopping. Thank you, Mr. Felix Medeyesa. I appreciate you, sir.
Thank you very much for the time. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we're close to about 2 hours on this, and it's intensive. I think it's worth it. A very quick one that many people have been asking questions on the chat, and I love it. Response have been given to some of them, because these are community. We have people from different regions, from diaspora. You know, some of them are connected from US, some of them are connected from Canada, and different countries of the world. Now, this is the point. Now, if you look at what we are doing, you know, if you look at the intro of the video I make in Plan B, it has been, maybe I just tell you little and then we'll wrap up. And the problem I've been facing for many years in this digital space had been in fact, I've been molested with maybe when I go for meetings, you know, when I was very active in network marketing. I'm used to, if I just do seminars, I just tell people, if you like, join. If you like, don't join, it's your choice, and I'll move on. But I discovered that people are having issues. People are being swindled to so many funny schemes. And I told myself, oh, I don't want to get involved. But discover, you know, bad news are everywhere. So I now ask myself a question: what effort are you making to put people into limelight? So how do you think that? How do you think those problems of Ponzi scheme will go down when the one you know you hide it? So how will they get, you know, to get out of this nonsense? And that was why. So if you look at it, all the template you have listened to, generally speaking, you know that the broker. One may want to ask, okay, why do I need to trade on true brokers? For instance, you are looking at ADMIRALS, for instance, and TENTRADE. Get it in Plan B. I'm just being clear and open to all of you. Why are we using TENTRADE? It's a funded broker. And of course, we have checked, we know about ProFirm, many ProFirm. It has been too many stringent conditions and all of that. But you can agree with me, no ProFirm will not give you conditions. So we just look at the one that have a lighter conditions and all of that. Now, don't tell anyone I tell you this, even though when you are live, you want to know what this video. If you look at it, you may want to put the trigger on my hair, I don't care. But the point is that instead of people saying, oh, when you invite them to come into trainings and all of that, the first complaint they give to you, oh, I learned, but I do not have enough money. Yeah, fine. But when it's Ponzi scheme, they can borrow money from cooperative to put money into Ponzi scheme. It's okay. If we have a funded broker that can give them some money, For instance, maybe minimum of $100 is in their broker, and then they have $3,000 with themselves, but they are going to be very conservative in trading it. So for that, it's a way of getting money. And I will tell you what I told everybody in Plan B was that when you are making money in your TENTRADE, for instance, maybe you fund your account with $3,000 or $100 and you have $3,000, you make money. Let's say you make maybe at the end of the month you make 5%, or who knows, or you make 3%. So if it's 5%, that's about $150 or so, and you want to take out of some of those money. This is what I told everybody in Plan B, and I must tell you openly speaking, is that as you make withdrawal of that money, where should you take it to? We have two major places. We buy crypto and we buy into stocks. Now, but for your moderate trading that we're doing in the Plan B was that let everybody take this money. When they withdraw the money, you take it to your Admiral. Now, I want to put to you that our major broker is Admirals. Okay, so understand this. Our major broker is Admirals. Now, we're using TENTRADE to, that's what we call other people's money. And so you may not understand, OPM. So when we make this money, because you agree with me, you can open trade. I know a lot of people need to ask questions, and I'm going to ask Mr. Jonathan, and then maybe he's going to get back to Admirals. Why is, going to get back to TENTRADE. Why is TENTRADE not allowing us to hedge trade? Because one of the greatest tools for trading, I know there are a lot of amateur who trade, but when a trade is out of hand for you, the best strategy is to hedge it. And when you hedge it, you're going to be riding on what we call zero margin. So why? Maybe we still have to get back to them. Why do they not allow us to use hedging? Anyway, whatever thing they give to us, our own is to leverage, because I learned much about leverage system. All right. So you are here tonight. The most important thing is that you cannot be part of our community trading without you having your Admiral account activated. And of course, I've told us before now, we're using $100. Watch it, and very clear, I've told you that when we enter the third week, which we are entering, we say after third week, the minimum you should fund your account with your Admirals for you to be part of the community trading is $300. All right. And I even love the way Mike have talked to us, bro. Mike told us for you to be part of the COINW, to be part of everything, minimum of $200. You had it clear. So after the third week, tomorrow, this week we enter now is going to be third week. When we enter the fourth week, the minimum you fund your Admiral to be part of our community trading is $300. After that, when we enter after the 90 days challenge, I tell you straight away, the minimum you have to fund your account with to trade with us and then enjoy the community movement in this is going to be $500. So if I were you, I'll be smart enough now to maximize as much as possible. So ladies and gentlemen, you have questions and you have not typed it on the chat box. Quickly, you may want to type. You may want to raise up your two hands, and then we can unmute you and you ask questions. But however, while we're going towards that, because time is fast spent, I don't know, maybe Dean of Forest and Plan B Xpress may have one or two things to say. So I'm going to unmute him now, and he have one or two things to tell us. So please, you have questions, quickly ask before Mr. Davis give us a final message, maybe a parting word, and then Mr. Nelson Damola, a parting word, Mr. Jonathan, a parting word, and all that. Okay, Dean of Forest, are you here? Thank you very much.
All right, good evening, sir. I celebrate everyone on this call. It has been an amazing session tonight. It has really been impactful. If you're reading through the chat, you can see the comments, people saying, wow, thank God I'm here tonight. So running 2 hours plus is not, even if we were to have another presenter, as long as it's something to empower us, why not? We'll be here. I want to first of all say thank you so much, sir, for all you do for the community. I'm always trying to build us, to be independent. Then to Mr. CNN, I celebrate you, sir. CNN have actually talked to me about this expert advisor 3 years back, and the only challenge then, I almost got it then. The challenge was, it was 5,000. That was the least.
It was the Malachi. It was the Malachi.
Yeah. It was the Malachi. We were very close to I said, but the money is big for me, and that was how I did not get that. but he showed me results. He showed me results. I flipped through his phones, and different accounts and what was there. So I knew this thing long before now. Even when we're doing something else with another system, each time I talk about this, I said, when you see the real one, the companies use the institution, when you see what they use as expert advisor, it's not all of this 10 kobo, 20 kobo you have access to, So bringing it down to this level for everybody to be able to participate, I think is worth applauding. I want to say thank you, sir, for making that happen. Not everybody will understand it yet, but over time, I believe that people result here will open some other people's eyes. Because one of the things people really appreciate most time is that they appreciate the result of their neighbors. Maybe when someone from afar is talking about how it's happening, they usually still doubt. But when it happens to their neighbor, someone they know, someone they can easily confirm, that is when it becomes, oh, it's true. So very soon, some of us will be showing testimony of all of these opportunities that are open to us and how far we have actually maximized them. Then, Mr. Davis, thank you so much for coming forth again. Mr. Mike, okay, we didn't see when you left Port Harcourt, before you left Port Harcourt again, but good thing. I've been slow on COINW, but there is something you just said today. Now, maybe I will try as much as possible to see how I can fit into your technical class so that I can graduate. And to my community, to the full house, we are here to support you as much persons as require support. And a good number of persons here can attest to that fact that I've been trying in my own little way to support everybody, especially a good number of us who have had this what's it called, the indicator. We have done a lot of setup, we've done a lot of setup online. We even do Zoom. I've done Zoom for like 5 different persons, to set up their own and all of that. And I believe that was the first thing we work on, maybe because the money is small, okay? But that does not mean that we are throwing away the expert advisor, because building wealth is a process. It's not just a 119. So once again, boss, thank you so much for the opportunity to speak on a gathering like this. Jonathan, hey, I didn't call you. Jonathan is my personal person, he's my personal person. We've been doing things together for quite some time now. And I didn't even know that it was Jonathan that champion the TENTRADE we are using. Nice one, Jonathan. Thank you very much.
Hallelujah, sir. Hallelujah.
God bless you. Well done. All right. Okay. Thank you very much, boss. Take it away.
All right. Thank you very much for that. Mr. Nelson Damola, are you still in the house? You have your parting word for this gathering tonight. You're in, please. Can you just unmute and talk to us for 1 minute and wrap in your words? Are you still in? Can I still see that? Maybe the network is still okay, he's in. Mr. Nelson, yeah, you can just wrap in word 1-2 minutes, and I go to Mr. Davis, and then we can quickly wrap up now.
Okay, thank you very much. So it was really a lovely meeting tonight. So I really appreciate that. So once again, I think for the expert advisor that we have been discussing and the real-time signal, somebody asked question, what is the difference between of them? Real-time signal is an indicator that will send you a signal directly to your phone. So you need to pick those signals by yourself and place it on your account to start trading. So you determine the level of profit you want and level of stop loss you want by yourself. But the expert advisor is a free and system. So when you have it, what you just need to do is to install it, go and sleep. Maybe when you return back from your work in the night, you want to lie down your bed, you can lie down your bed and check your profit per day. So you don't need to do anything on that account. It's a free hand trading account, and you make profit per day. So I've sent a lot of how the expert advisor perform the performance to a lot of people very well. We show a lot of account in Port Harcourt, in anywhere we go, a live that everybody can view it. So it's working perfectly. It can make any amount for you, depend on how you want your profit so far. So it can make it for you. It's working perfectly. So my advice for every one of us tonight is to just be focused. Just maintain your level of focus and be well disciplined that you can make it, no matter your level of your background. Just determine that you can make it. So I see every one of us at the high realm of financial prosperity in Jesus' name. Thank you very much.
God bless you. So thank you very much. I'm going to Mr. Davis. Babalola now. So want to give us some. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. I think this is the longest I've been up for any program. Well, man, this is incredible, and the number has been so steady. That means there's a very huge interest for knowledge, and I'm reaffirming our commitment to support this community in any way. Thank you for believing in us, and to all our colleagues, Mr. Jonathan from TENTRADE, CNN, and the man from COINW. Mr. Felix, I think we should have a meeting with the COINW man.
Yeah, I gave you his number. I gave you his number. I gave you his number that time.
Oh, is
that's
the
one I gave you his number.
I was wondering because I checked the Telegram group as well. Great. This is nice. Okay, so we're going to have a lot to do together. Thank you so much, Chief. I appreciate what you're doing. We are touching lives one after the other. Yeah. And one by one, we'll make our community more saner. Thank you very much, everyone, for having me. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Mr. Felix. Thanks, sir.
All right. So, Bro Mike, and so your party word for people, are you in? Yeah, he's in. So, Bro Mike, are you in?
I'm with you, sir. You know, I'm with you always.
Yes, I trust.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So, your no party word for the people and whatever.
We're saying what, sir? Sir?
Any parting word for the people? Why, what's your parting word? You want to just a 1 minute encouragement, or what do you have to say?
All right, thank you, sir. The first thing is that I keep telling people is that when you are scared to lose, you will never win. No, David wasn't prepared. David never knew that he was going to fight Goliath. But there's something I keep telling people, that you must be prepared for everything in life. So when David met Goliath, he saw Goliath and said, hey, you are abusing, insulting my God. And he fought Goliath because he had the belief that I'm going to defeat you. Now, everyone there, they were all scared of Goliath. Over 10,000 of soldiers, Israelis, they were scared of Goliath. Why? Because the fear was there. So every market you're seeing comes with fear. But if you're scared of the market, you will never win. So if you're having lost in any trade, let me tell you the truth, all what you've been hearing so far, I love the fact that they are all talking about trading, but there is no how that there won't be loss. But if you're saying loss and you're scared, that means that you're not a trader. You don't belong here. We don't call loss, we call loss lesson. You must know why you had loss. You must know why you had loss. So what I'm here to say is just that, please, and everyone, please, you need to know that you're ready, because we have a lot of top tech guys in the Forex market, crypto market, that are dominating. So you must be ready to sit with them. If you're not ready, man, you need to, what I would just say, just make sure that you get yourself prepared. Like Boy Scout motto means, be prepared. So you are going to the market, go in like a lion. Don't go in like a tortoise. Go in like a lion. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
Thank you very much for that, Mr. Jonathan. 1 or 2 words from you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. My advice for everybody participating in this tonight meeting is to appreciate all the information that have been passed across. Because number one, you have a good mentor that is there to mentor you and to assist you so that we can break all the financial stress that is out there. These are not Ponzi programs, they are real life opportunity. And the plan B always presents a good opportunity that will benefit the community. So, and that's been the primary objective. Like me, I don't joke with this Zoom meeting. So please don't just be here listening to what we're saying and what all the opportunities that have been presented, but start thinking about it, how you can achieve, how you can join the community and be slave free from all the sponsorship program, all the funding schemes that are out there. Because a lot of lives have been in danger. A lot of people have seen themselves in a mess because of all this program. But acquire the necessary skills. Once you know how to do all these things, maybe how to trade or use all this COINW and stuff like that, involve yourself in crypto community, you are made for life. You are made for life. So give it all what it takes and act fast. Don't delay. They've talked about Admiral, the opportunity of the EAs and the bots. So tap into it and see yourself making a good money as time goes on. Thank you, sir, Mr. Felix. I'm so much grateful and delighted to feature in your tonight webinar meeting. I so much appreciate it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Wow, so much amazing. Thank you very much, everyone, for honoring this tonight. And of course, usually be our market updates on every Sunday. And of course, like I've told us, time was fast spent. The whole lot of questions people have asked, and I'm sure there are response on chat through that. Mr. Jonathan, somebody asked about why is the spread on TENTRADE so wide that way? And that's what one of the questions the person asked. Why is the spread on the TENTRADE too wide that way? Maybe how?
Yeah, exactly. I've raised the question as well across. In fact, they are working on the raw spread. It's a good news. I posted it in the community, was on my group on the Thursday. So they are serious. They are working on raw spread about the spread. They are seriously working on it because those guys have a listening ear, and Victor Ufort is a very good friend and my mentor as well. He's also a trader, so he always fights on our behalf for the guys for the people in Cyprus there. So they're seriously working on that. Very soon they will have raw spread on their funded traders accounts.
It's all right. Thank you very much. I'm not very sure because they are businessmen, so they too are doing business, and so sometimes they are going to be cut and nail some areas and all of that. However, we just want certain conditions to be lightened, and just like the hedge fund system. And somebody was asking about the expert advisor. Well, fine. When it comes to money, so much we don't talk it on air as such. And also you want to know more about how the RTS and then the expert advisors. And of course, if you are not Plan B community, as much as possible, I think it's important for you now to come on our WhatsApp group and the Telegram group, or whoever that was invited you to this meeting, and then you have to meet with him to ask, okay, please, can I have access to the Telegram group or the WhatsApp group and all of that? And you perhaps want to get, every detailed information when it has to do with money, there on our group. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, it's important. We have spent a long time, and I wouldn't want us to stay longer than this on this meeting. Of course, in Plan B, we have told you we started the community trading for Forex and crypto, which we started 2 weeks ago, and then we are in the 3rd week right now. Why not? If you want to be part of it, it's free. You just had what, like Mr. Mike? Okay, Mr. Maruf, hands was up. Mr. Maruf, can you just, just in 1 minute, what's your question? You can unmute yourself so that we wrap up right now. Can you unmute yourself? Your hands was up. Can you unmute yourself and ask a question? Thank you. Mr. Maruf?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Actually, I've already even put the question on the start. I've been missing the tonight episode through network cutting off several times. So I'm just asking for recorded version, if it's possible.
Yeah, the recorded version is there. Okay, the recorded version is there.
But Mr. Daramola has already replied my chat that I have to get it that you give me that recorded.
Okay, he's all right. He's all right.
So I will remind you on your WhatsApp. DM. I will DM.
All right. So ladies and gentlemen, you can go to our website, www.planbexpress.com, and of course, you can see the support and send a mail. You get any information you want to ask about of what we are doing. Then, of course, you are going to be getting a response. And like I told you, the community trading started, and of course, is 9 a.m. Wednesday and Thursday, and so FX is 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and crypto is 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Of course, you want to be part of it, and you had what talking about COINW and the crypto, and you want to trade future, and of course, other thing we do is portfolio management. So you want to be part of the portfolio system, and then that is more bigger and all of that. So we're starting a very full-time training on the 21st. This is a physical training anyway. So this is a physical training, and that's going to be taking place on the 21st to 8th of August. So you have only 1 week now to get enrolled if you're in Port Harcourt to be part of it. And of course, I think by Friday of this week, we're going to be making a lot of announcement on Monday if you're in Port Harcourt on the next move of our activities. So thank you very much, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. It has been an amazing week, and I see Engineer Kaode online. So Engineer Kaode, the branch office in your corner at Stadium Road, you're going to be on fire for work now. I think you know that. So we have to keep up action, because the truth is that if bad news are spreading everywhere, if you carry good news and you didn't spread it, you are part of the bad people. That's the truth. So how can you justify yourself not to be a bad person? You justify yourself not to be a bad person. Did you say the good you have? Because I've checked it, I see Ponzi scheme moving everywhere. And as friends, I say, if people carry Ponzi scheme will be everywhere, and you that carry good thing, you didn't say it. Now, it is what people hear they jump into. You don't blame them. If you don't train them, you don't blame them. And that's what we are doing. It doesn't matter what effort we are putting in place, but we want to have justice. I want to be justified for activities and all of that. So we're going to be doing a whole lot of things, meeting, going on and more and more and more, and then we can help ourselves. We want to see millionaires emerging every now and then, genuinely. And I want to add by saying this: you have no pride if in this global financial market, all you do, I'm not saying anything is wrong with network marketing. If all you do in this space is how to lure people to funny scheme, and then you put in $10, $100, and then you now be getting, bonus. This is not a bonus. You are now getting robbing Peter to pay Paul from people who are bringing 20,000 because you sweet talk them, you lie to them, and deny them of getting equipped by themselves. You will have got to contend with. That's the truth. Because we saw people who committed suicide on platforms that have run away last 3 months, and another one came. The same group of people who were like pioneering such platform were still moving everywhere freely. Well, I may not say so much, but somebody said, Thunder will go fire you. They do press off for Sambisa Forest. May God deliver us. Thank you very much, everyone. I think at this point in time, I will meet everybody. You want to give great friends, and then you are seen for the first time. You can say hi to them. You can unmute yourself, everybody. I think you are free to unmute yourself right now. You want to just say hi to everybody. I think you are free now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. You are free to type.
Mr. Parkins, I've been looking everywhere for you. The only thing that didn't happen is that I didn't call you. Where have you been?
Okay, Mr. Parkins.
I've been battling with pneumonia.
Sorry, bro.
Are you in the office tomorrow, sir?
I was supposed to call, but somehow I didn't call again, frankly.
Are you in the office tomorrow? You know what happened to us
tomorrow?
All right, good night, sir.
Yes, of course.
Good night,
Thank you for this evening. Thank you for this. I'll call you tomorrow, sir. No, that man has gone. That foolish man has gone.
Which one is the foolish man again?
The man that said we are lazy Nigerian youths. Because I just sent email that I am not coming to the office tomorrow. I'm still on duty, so that's why I've not been free.
Okay,
and a lot of things, yes, a lot of activities are picked up.